kill myself. They're all the things that make me vulnerable. But I realize that I'm an actual artist. But art is painful. That's why most people don't really do it. They just don't have the guts. 'Cause I feel like every time there's my spleen, I think you know what I mean. There's my large intestine, and I'm just pulling it out. I'm just pulling it out. And these are just thoughts in my head, and I know that I'll think them consistently until I'm dead. You know these things that you think, and you're like, I've thought this before. I've thought this over and over and over again. Nothing fucking changes, does it? Yeah, so it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, we're drinking cold brew. I love coffee. Do y'all know that by now? I love coffee so much. I acquired the taste in rehab. Treatment center, there's no better place to get addicted to something than a treatment center. You know? Because any good addict knows that there's a fuck ton more shit that you can get addicted to. So, you know, you don't have to worry about, oh no, like, my life's gonna be so boring. No, it won't. No, it won't. You'll find something else to get addicted to. Trust me. I mean, for most people that I've met, it's like sex. And this was before, like when I was going to AA meetings, it was like right around the time the smartphones came out. So, I was talking to a friend of mine last night about the changes being really subtle. You know, like technical changes, progress, all that. Well, I was thinking about that in relation to smartphones because, you know, he has a smartphone, much like everybody else. And, you know, he waited a while to get his. Because he was one of the people that, you know, I've been friends with for a long time. And I was telling him, like, man, you need to avoid that shit because it's going to take over the whole fucking world. And lo and behold, totally happened, right? But, you know, I saw that change. Like, I could see it happening in slow motion. And now, it's just interesting hearing it from somebody else's perspective of like, oh yeah, it was subtle. But for me, like, I saw it like the way that it is now. You know, like, I saw that happening back when they first came out. I was like, dude, everybody's gonna get addicted to this shit. And they're gonna be staring at it all the time. I mean, it's kind of like obvious, you know? I mean, Americans are already addicted to televisions, so like, why wouldn't they be addicted to a little miniature television that they can take with them everywhere, and they talk to other people on it, and those other people supposedly talk to them, and like, I mean, when I said originally about the social networks, like, people would say, oh, well, it's all about connecting with other people. And like, I get that you can connect with people from all over the world, and that's one of the coolest things about the internet. Sorry, I'm having a little hairball problem over here. But yeah, one of the coolest things about the internet is you can connect with all these different people, you know. It's so amazing. And you can be exposed to like so many different aspects of reality that you probably never even considered. You know, but of course, that's if you use the internet right. If you're a curious person. I feel like people that aren't curious shouldn't be allowed to use the internet. Because they're just going to abuse it. They're just going to let it destroy them. Versus people like me, who, you know, even though we're hypochondriacs, conspiratorial geniuses, like, have all these issues, but I guess the perk of having the issues is that you're smart in ways that other people aren't smart, you know? It's always going to be a quadruple-edged sword, maybe even sometimes a quintuple-edged sword, but anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. You were singing though. I was singing, I don't remember. What was it? What was I singing about? Something boring, I'm sure, right? Oh no, technology. Technology! So frustrating, isn't it? Well, I don't want to be a broken record, but at the same time, like I said, I tried to do this joke and it didn't fucking work because I didn't say it right. But I wrote this down and I thought it was so brilliant. Maybe if I sang it. My broken record is better than yours. When it skips, we make it worth your while. Is that good? Not really. It's not really. It's just kind of cute. It's like, it's cute and sort of clever. Not really. Let's be real. It's not that good. I think you were probably high when you wrote that down and you're like, this is so good. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with drugs. But the thing is, I have that problem no matter what. I write stuff down and I think it's so good, and then like I read it later and I'm just like, this is crap, you know? I don't like talking about drugs though because I feel like it's such a fucking trope. Like, Nick Weir, the dude that hosted the mic, you know, it's like he had to mention the fact that I gave him a fucking edible, and like, that's whatever. I mean, yeah, I do that. I'm a provider, okay? I believe in that. I believe in that shit. So it's like, if you believe in something, you give it away for free. Because you want people to enjoy that experience and partake in that experience because you believe that that experience is a gift. But I don't think that most people are seeing it that way. And that's my problem with it, you know? So people, like, every single time, they want people to laugh. It's such an easy joke. Like, I fucking hate that shit. It's such low-hanging fruit. They always talk about weed and they say, oh, I ate an edible, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, people just automatically laugh because you're like, oh yeah, I can relate to that, you know? It's just fucking cheap. I hate easy jokes. And so sometimes, like, I'll read jokes and I'll be like, you know, I don't want to do that. Like, the harder the joke is to make it work, like, the more I want to do it. I guess that's why I do the suicidal stuff. Suicidal stuff. Talking about God. The God stuff's kind of weird because people are weird about that. But, sex stuff always works though. Even when I'm coming at it from a different angle and saying that everybody's weird and fucked up and degenerate for having sex, it's like they still laugh at it because you're talking about sex, you know? I think what that says about the culture is that, yeah, this culture is so obsessed with sex that you can get up there and say that sex is terrible, but it's like, well, you're still talking about it, so we're gonna pay attention. So maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna talk about sex and then tell everybody they're gonna burn in hell.